Women.
Yeah.
Go figure. Do you think the film's an accurate portrayal of what women are really like?
No. Not well, it is. I mean, I think it, but also like with any movie, this kind of movie, it's like there's some wishful thinking, I guess. I think to imagine in real life that if your husband cheated on you, you would then seek out the mistress and form a friendship. That's maybe a little far-fetched, but it tells a story, and I do believe that women and their friendships are very important for most women. Anyway.
Are you friends with women? Is it possible for men to have really close friendships with women?
I'm sure it's possible. My closest friends are all guys, but I can't. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think it's always difficult. I think to talk in general because I think we're all different and we're all very specific. And for me, I mean, I have female friends, but my closest friends are guys for some reason.
Now, men are going to see this movie, and they're going to think you're a god. Because let's be frank, we're going to pick three gorgeous women to,
yeah, he's
cheat
got
on.
good taste.
Why not? You have really good taste as a character. But do you think men have something to learn from watching the other women, though? Do you think they can be able to sit there and enjoy the ride? Because,
well, I think, well, I'm sure. Well, that's like it's a movie, and then it's like saying like if you watch Wolf of Wall Street, you want to go out and cheat and steal, and I think that's a different discussion. I think it's interesting, but I don't think any guy would look at this and think I want to be Mark King because he is a prick, right? Well, he is. I mean, he's not necessarily a bad guy because he loves his wife and he treats her well. And he really likes his various girlfriends, and he treats them well when he's there. But he's fundamentally just lying all the time. He only really cares about one guy, one person, that's himself.
I know you're supposed to be the villain of the piece, but at times in the film, I found myself feeling kind of sorry for you. I thought, oh, interesting. I think maybe it helps that you're good looking. I think it takes some of the sting away because, well, I mean, think about it. If you have the ability to look like that, of course people are going to give you that kind of attention. But there was something human about your performance, and I'm curious, how did you approach kind of giving Mark?
Well, because I think that he doesn't see himself as a bad guy. And he actually, if you really talk at the core, I think there's some kind of insecurity issue, like a huge one, that makes him do what he does. And I do believe he loves his wife. And then, there's a moment when he walks in on her, and she's, she's got Carly up her wedding gown, and she's watching the wedding video, and he kind of goes, "Wow, that was the best day of my life," and he means it in the moment, and that's the thing about this guy. When then he walks out the door and he sees a beautiful girl, and he goes, "Oh my God!" and then he chases that. So he's a liar and a cheater, but he's not all bad.
What's your definition of beauty?
Of beauty, the physical. I know this is gonna sound like, but I don't think it's. I think it's overrated, and I think our whole physical obsession is overrated, and which is ironic given that what I do and all that. But I think, I think it is a cliche, but what matters is, what you do and who you are as a person. Really.
Now, these three women are formidable to watch, and I have to say, I'm in love with Leslie Mann right now in a way that I never imagined. Anybody who can vomit in her purse with such grace, I want to be her friend. But what was it like kind of going up against three completely different types of women at the same time? It must have been quite an acting challenge.
No, it was, they're great actors, and then that's what's fun about it. But both Leslie and Cameron have done so many movies, so many comedies, and they have impeccable timing. And they always keep the scenes open as long as possible, which is great. And I have to say, Kate, she hasn't. I don't know if she'd done anything before. I think this is more or less her first real part. I was really impressed the way she came in and held her own against these girls, and it was great. I learned a lot from working with them.